And amid Nepal's power struggle, its Supreme Court has issued a show-cause notice to country's President Bidya Devi Bhandari and Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli. The Supreme Court has asked for reasons for dissolving the parliament within 15 days. Now, last month, the House was dissolved by Nepal's President Bidya Devi Bhandari for the second time in 5 months at the recommendation of Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli. Oli also announced snap elections in November this year. At least 30 writ petitions have been written and filed in Supreme Court against the dissolution of the House. Petitions include those filed by Opposition Alliance against the dissolution, which they have called unconstitutional. Even after losing the vote of confidence, Oli was reappointed the Prime Minister. The Opposition Alliance could not prove a majority, and the Opposition Alliance demands that Nepali Congress President Sher Bahadur Deuba be appointed Prime Minister now. The hearing on writs has been obstructed multiple times due to objection over the composition of justices in the Constitutional Bench. According to sources, the 5-member Constitutional Bench that has now sought clarification from the defendants is headed by Chief Justice, and regular hearings on the case will resume from June 23rd with the end of 15-day deadline to defendants, and a verdict is likely within a week from June 23rd deadline. Now, Nepal's political crisis began on December 20th last year after President Bidya Devi Bhandari dissolved the House and announced fresh elections on April 30th and May 10th. This was due to dissonance within the ruling Nepal Communist Party. In February, the Apex Court then reinstated the dissolved House of the Representatives. Oli has repeatedly defended his move to dissolve the House of Representatives by saying that some leaders of his party were attempting to form a parallel government. And our correspondent Saloni Murarka has more updates from Nepal. Listen in.
The Nepal Supreme Court has issued a show-cause notice to the President Bidya Devi Bhandari, Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli, and the Council of Ministers on the dissolution of the House. The court has asked the leaders to to give an explanation on the dissolution of the House within 15 days. Well, of course, this comes after President Bidya Devi Bhandari, on the recommendation of Prime Minister Oli, dissolved the House on May 22nd and also announced a fresh election to be held in November. Well, of course, we know that the proceedings of the case has been disrupted since Sunday, but it could finally resume on Wednesday. The next hearing of the case will take place on June 23rd, looking at the 15-day deadline provided by the court to the leaders to give an explanation. Saloni Murarka for WION World is One in Lahan, Nepal.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.